I got way too much crap in my right pocket right now, and I'm struggling to get my damn car keys out. Yeah, I've got a charging brick, which I normally don't have in that pocket. Got my... Oh, Jesus. I'm like feeling around in my pocket, my right pocket, trying to find my car keys, and I'm pulling all this stuff out of it because I can't seem to find it. And then I look and it's in my ignition. I don't recall putting it in my ignition. And I know I pulled it out of my pocket and put it in my ignition. There's no way I left it in the ignition all night. Oh, there's a hair tie in there. You know, sometimes I get overwhelmed by all the stuff in my pockets. And this is one of those times. And I'm running late. And it's not because of the stuff in my pocket. It's those little short-term memory things that really hamper my life sometimes. So it's Wednesday, October 25th, 10:36 p.m. Still 2023, and I had a 10:30. Fuck. It's Wednesday, October 25th, 2023. Okay, I'm really struggling with remembering things from one second to another, and unlocking Obama Phone 3 and it not showing the day and date for a long enough time for me to read it is, oh my God, it's gonna be a tough day today. Holy shit. All right, Wednesday, October 25th, 2023, 10:37 a.m. I think when I tried to say that the first time, I said 10:37 p.m. because when it displays the time, it doesn't say a.m. or p.m. And I should be able to look and see that it's light outside and just know that it's a.m. But I feel the need to put that in there, and when it's not displayed in the text that I'm reading from, sometimes it's just too much for me to put together. Speaking of too much for me to deal with, what's up with my alley? It looks like I'm pinned in here. Oh God, it's just turning into a really difficult day, and I've barely left my apartment. Oh fuck. And I know if I go the other way, I'm going to run into all those tree branches that freaked me out the last time I went through them. So I don't dare. I don't know what I do. I don't understand why there's not in like one of the spaces between the buildings, why there's not a driveway that connects this alley to Oak Street, because this shit happens far too often. It looks like the city's actually picking up the bulk trash finally, and that's a good thing. And that explains why it's been so noisy outside my windows all morning. It also means that I missed that cat tree I was hoping to grab, but it's all right. Those appear enough, and Sheba's happy with the cat tree she has, and Sambo's not even remotely interested in it, so no great loss on not grabbing the cat tree. There's more crap I really don't need. Well, shit. I don't know how I'm going to get out of here. Obviously, these guys are going to have the alley obstructed for a long time. I guess I'm just going to have to try to make it U-turn here and go out through those untrimmed bushes that scratch the shit out of my car. I mean, scratches on my car are the least of this car's problems, but still. Well, and they did kind of a sloppy job of cleaning up the bulk trash too, because there's still so much trash laying on the ground. Man, I am not off to a good start today. I thought I was off to a good start today. I mean, I woke up on time, which is saying something, because anytime I have to have any kind of appointments or anything that's like before noon, it's a real struggle for me to get up. I'm not a morning person. On that note, the morning job offer that I was getting via Glenn just suddenly reappeared in my life, like, you know, a little over a week ago, and not returning. Yeah, see, there's that giant puddle I mentioned the other night that I stepped into when I hit the curb, trying to not hit the trees. And as you can see, there's no way to not hit the curb and not hit the trees. In fact, the branches are almost, yeah, the higher branches are actually extending past the curb. I can't even blame that on any property owners. Those trees are definitely in the City of Phoenix easement. Wow, and speaking of City of Phoenix easement, this is an alley that's supposed to be serviced by trash pickup. And there's a pile of bulk trash on the right that you probably couldn't see because it was obscured by the trees. Another pile of bulk trash on the right here. And obviously the crew that's going down the alley didn't get those piles. My guess is they're coming in from the end of the alley that they're obstructing. No, there's bulk trash picked. Well, they seem to have picked up the bulk trash on this street. My guess is that they're at this point, because for that growth to be happening, they must not really be using that alley anymore. So I'm thinking maybe they came in from the end that they were obstructing that I couldn't get to, and just they come to the end in one direction. They come to the end in one direction, then back out, or maybe they back in. I don't know. That seems like a lot of backing. I don't know, but it sure doesn't seem like they're coming through for the branches to be overgrown like that. It doesn't seem like they're coming through. And wow, that neighbor's fence is absolutely destroyed. On the right, the little fence on the right, the little picket fence. Look at this monstrosity. Why should the hood of a pickup be taller than an average person? I mean, the position of a hood of a pickup truck is supposed to be like lower than a man's chest. That way, when the man does service on his pickup truck, he can pop the hood and look into it. That's how it's supposed to be. I think real men service their own pickup truck, but I don't think real men are buying those kind of pickup trucks. It's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Because as I say, every time I see a truck like that, nice truck. Sorry about your penis. I really hope some course correction in the evolution of SUVs and pickup trucks comes along soon. Because as Road Guy Rob explained really well in a recent video, that change in popular vehicle design towards large SUVs and mid-size SUVs with tall hoods and giant trucks, as I pass like 3 more on the left, has literally erased. Now, it's not the only factor, but it's a large contributing factor. Literally erased over 40 years worth of progress in the reduction of pedestrian fatalities. But I don't think the people who drive those kind of vehicles give any thought whatsoever to pedestrian fatalities, which is really fucked up, because statistically, the pedestrian that they're most likely to kill, and I hope I can find the statistic and fact check this and link it in the description, but if not, I swear to God, I'm not pulling this out of my ass. I've seen this on more than one occasion from some credible sources. Statistically, the pedestrian that the owners of those SUVs and pickup trucks are most likely to kill or injure are their own children. But I bet you if you ask the owners of those trucks and RVs why they chose to purchase such a deadly vehicle, they would say that they did it because they need it for their children. Well, maybe they're trying to help control the expanding population of the planet, so I guess I should be thankful for that. So luxury apartments on the right going in pretty fast, probably not visible in my view on my camera, but every time I drive through here, I look and I see the rapid progress on it. I think they're going to call it Hangar 44. I think there's finally signs that say the name of the complex as well as the words now leasing. I am so late for my appointment, and hopefully she's still able to see me. It's 10:46 now. I mean, I was late coming out of my place, but I certainly didn't anticipate being barricaded in due to bulk trash pickup in the alley on one direction. And, I mean, granted, I was able to drive through the overgrown bushes going the other direction, but at that point, at this point, having to drive through that is just a source of intense stress for me. And I should really make an effort to try to call the city. The last time I called the city about that, they came out and fixed it within a couple of days. And I guess I should make an effort to figure out how I did that last time and do it again. What I don't understand is, when they came out and took care of it last time, why didn't the person who scheduled that or handled that put it on some kind of a maintenance list so that it's scheduled to be taken care of on a regular basis, like every 3 months or every 6 months or at least yearly? It's been over a year. And how about the people, oh my gosh, giant work trucks tailgating the hell out of that SUV crossover thing. That's a work truck, dude. That's doing that in a work truck that probably has a phone number to his employer on it. So nobody cares anymore. Yeah, why don't the guys that go down that alley in the trash trucks, assuming they actually do, why don't they report when it's getting overgrown? Shouldn't that be part of their job? Shouldn't they, beyond just picking up the trash, since they are city employees, make notes of problems with the alley so that the city can attend to them? It would seem to me that they're the people that are most able to properly take care of that and be the city's eyes on problems in the alley, including but not limited to overgrown bushes which are obstructing the alley dangerously. Of course, as I've said many times, you can train somebody to do a job, but you can't make them give a shit about it. And clearly those people don't give a shit, or they wouldn't be leaving so much trash behind on the ground after allegedly picking up the bulk trash. I mean, the trail behind them where they're quote unquote done picking up the bulk trash is full of a bunch of trash on the ground. I mean, I guess as a concerned citizen, I could walk down the alley and pick it up. But damn it, my tax dollars go to that bulk trash and to the city of Phoenix, and it's supposed to take care of that. Like, I'm spending money on that. I don't feel like I'm getting an adequate return on my investment. I don't feel like I'm getting the services I'm paying for. When they go through the alley, they leave all that trash everywhere still. To say nothing of the damn bushes that are getting trimmed. Yeah, I'm gonna have a tough time focusing today. So I and I don't think I've mentioned this meeting in any of my previous vlogs, but she called me yesterday morning, and miraculously I answered that phone call. At this point, I'm really hesitant to answer any phone because more often than not, it's some company called Travel Now that I have asked repeatedly, do not call me, do not bother me. And I know they're somehow connected to the company that charged me thousands of dollars for a cruise that I was never able to take or get a refund on. So these people have already scammed me out of an extremely large amount of money. They were supposed to mail me information about it. They never did. I took notes about it on a piece of paper. Of course, I lost that paper. I lose papers all the time. I really struggle with losing papers. That's one of the things that makes it difficult for me to get any kind of government benefits for the disabilities that I have. Quality Communications now hiring Cox authorized vendor. I hope I can get a picture of the side of this van. It's too zoomed in. Boom, got it. That rather trashed van on the left of me is a subcontractor for Cox, probably doing installs. That's a job I'm definitely qualified to do and would do a good job at if I could just get the right connection. But I know it's all done through subcontractors. Wow, 2 Lime scooters on the right just laying on their sides, one of which obstructing the pedestrian walkway on the right, should somebody need to go through in a wheelchair or something. So why isn't anybody caring enough to stand those things up? You know, where's the Lime crew that does that? I know when I was a juicer for Lime, every time I was rolling by, even if it was an intersection like that I didn't have to stop at, unless I was like on a second countdown actively chasing scooters I was going to harvest. And when you reserved it, it gave you a minute and second countdown. So obviously those I need to get to as quickly as I can. Or even before that, it was even more urgent that I get to them as quickly as I can, because they had there was no reserve, so it was like a race. You and every other juicer literally racing to get to them. Yeah, it's not like that now. Well, it's not like that. It wasn't like that later, and it's really not like that now. Like now, they're completely serviced by employees and not private contractor juicers. But anyway, as a juicer, even though I wasn't paid for that, just out of concern for the image of Lime, anytime I would see something like that, I would pull into the next available parking lot, and I would walk over, and I would stand them up and line them up neatly so they were not obstructing the sidewalk. But just nobody cares anymore. Like, people that get jobs, it seems like all too many people are just doing the absolute bare minimum to keep their job and their paycheck. And they're not doing their job in any way that reflects that they care about the job they're doing. And I think this is happening like all across society. Well, granted, in some lines of work, it's a lot more detrimental to society than others, particularly with like cops, and as we're seeing garbage men. But yeah, I mean, obviously the Lime crew isn't doing an adequate effort of standing up their scooters and keeping them out of walkways, and that's one of the reasons people really hate rental scooters. I dig the checker taxi stripes on the Mini. That was kind of a cool look. Yellow Cab doesn't even have those checker taxi stripes anymore. God, I'm questioning if she's just probably writing this off as I didn't show up. At this point, I'm going to be like 30 minutes late to this damn appointment. It's 10:54 a.m. and I was supposed to be there at 10:30. This is, I mean, I can sit and complain about the issues I had getting out of my alley, but it's I'm the reason I'm late. Bottom line. And it just stemmed from me not wanting to leave my apartment until I got the next chapter of my vlog uploaded. Edited, exported, uploaded, the whole thing. And I didn't even start editing it until Like, I guess I thought I had enough time to get it done and get it posted and then get to my appointment, and obviously, yeah, not even close. So the video is only about 8 minutes, so I'd knock it out quick. But trying to do that and simultaneously get ready, I didn't knock it out so quick. And obviously this is a case of me maybe not having my priorities straight, but just lately, every time I come to this clinic, not every time, but more often than not when I come to the clinic, I'm just massively disappointed by how things turn out here and the lack of help that I'm getting that I need. I mean, the only thing they seem to be really reliable for, and it's not even 100% reliable because sometimes I get there and I can't get it, but a bus pass. Like, literally, that's the only thing I can seem to really count on them for here. Text when I came here before to try and schedule for anger management group. Oh, there's Comtrans there. That's one of their trans. Oh, we'll take care of transportation. Yeah, Comtrans is not reliable. Giant time waster. You know, and it's asinine to be transporting me all the way from where I live to Metro Center for a group like this. There should be groups like this happening at this clinic and also at the clinic that's walking distance from me. It's just contributing to the problem of traffic and cost, and you know, and fuel is so expensive, so why are we shuttling people such a long distance when we can have the groups right next to them? It literally makes no sense. Well, and there's no available parking down here. And this guy's trying to drop off, and apparently there's no adequate designated loading zone. I see how it looks. I see arrows. Apparently I'm going the right direction. Hey, they got the gate open to the right. Last time I went through here to the right, that gate was completely closed. See, places like this should have a designated loading zone for vehicles like that, and I don't see one. There's a parking space on the left. It says reserved. And it looks like we have people parked on the right along a red curb. Now, it's my understanding a red curb means a fire lane, so you're not supposed to park there. But obviously these people don't care because they don't have anywhere else to park under here. So, and now we've got Comtrans doing the same thing. So, hey, fuck the fire lane, fuck the risk of what happens if there's a fire. We're just gonna, I need to park, my need to park right here is greater than the need to have the need, which is mandated by law, to have a fire lane clear. Personal need to park here is more important. And the shitty thing about that is that there's, oh wait, I was gonna say there's on-street parking right here, but there's not. There's not on-street parking right here. There should be on-street parking right here, but for some reason the city of Phoenix has seen fit to put no parking signs on the street that obviously has a need for parking. And there's a Comtrans vehicle right there, parked underneath, parked right in front of the no parking zone. Directly, this whole street is designated no parking. Why? Why, city of Phoenix? Obviously there's a need for parking here and there's a room for parking here. Why would you put no parking signs on this street? It makes absolutely zero sense. Like, you're forcing people to park in fire lanes because you've restricted on-street parking on Mitchell in front of the Mitchell Clinic. And meanwhile, you've got like a government contract transportation vehicle, Comtrans, number 768, parked in a no parking spot. So which is worse? Which is worse? Parking. Okay, this is 1 hour parking only. Well, can I handle A, do I fit between the driveways? I think I do. And B, am I going to be here for only an hour? It's straight up 11 o'clock, so that helps, because I struggle to remember like times, but I know I have to be back here by noon. So that I should be good on. I gotta remember I gotta be back here at noon. Back here at noon because of the parking requirement. So grab a phone cord and a charger. Okay. Sorry, I'm not making a whole lot of sense today, but these kind of problems just, the solutions are so simple. I mean, the solution to this is really simple. City of Phoenix, take down those no parking signs. They make no sense. Simple solution, people. Let's fix some problems.